Hi everybody, this is Bronislava. I have a blog, HandMadeRukodelky, and in the past 2 weeks I've been working on a project of 3 videos, okay? And so you really will need to go and watch 3 videos if you want to do this project. The project is about a little pretty baby shorts for 3 months old baby, and it does have also a little suspenders in here, knitted directly from the waist. Okay, so in the first video you will see how I make the leg part and how I attach it together. In a second video, you will go and have the pattern, you know, this pattern here. And in a third video, you will have the, you know, what I do with the waist and the I-cords, okay? So that's what you will go and see. So those will be like 3 videos. I might do an extra video to show you a little tips and ideas when I'm knitting, and then that will be completely separate video. I will show you also how to knit these little tiny socks. They're very simple, so if you are you know, a new into knitting socks, you might want to go and knit along. And all these videos I will put into a playlist, okay? So you might see the link right now if it popped out on the screen. And also I will post links below the video, okay? Always look in the description below the video for any more information that I usually like to post, okay? So this is what I have on my mind. Waistband, which is knit 1 purl 1, that's what I will go and use. And here we're going to go and have legs, and they will be about 1.5 to 2 inches tall. We'll add stitches right here. Now, I'm thinking about doing it for a newborn. My friend is going to have a baby, so I was thinking about making her this. So I need this 16 inches. This needs to be 10 inches, the leg, around the leg, okay? This should be 5 inches. And what else? Oh, and I want this area right there, that area, I want to have 1 inch. And let me tell you also, in this area I am thinking about having a pattern, and I already found one that I like. That is because we have no idea what kind of baby it's going to be, if it's boy or girl. So I thought this is kind of unisex. It can be for boy and a girl, right? And I already actually started one of my legs. So this is my leg. Of course it stretches, you see. So now I need to cut this. I'm gonna leave a long enough tail so I can go and weave it nicely in so it doesn't undo, so we don't lose any, we don't have any holes later on. Okay, so, and now I'm going to go and make another one exactly like this one. So I started on 54 stitches. Okay, so we will cast on 54 stitches. After you cast on 54 stitches, if you're knitting along, of course. And by the way, there is gonna be a pattern. I will post it on my blog, okay? So we will knit 1 and purl 1. And let me start you first with English style. Okay, so now the purl, and I always make a mistake over here that I don't bring the yarn forward because I don't do it in a continental. So now we're gonna go back and knit and forward so we can purl. All right, so knit and purl, and I will do 12. Now I'm gonna go and switch to continental, and I will do 12 rows, exactly the same, right? 12 rows, and knit and purl, knit and purl. All right, so when I have 12 rows, I will show you what to do next, but please, if you are following my video, do not cut. So the first leg you cut off, okay? You cut it off. With the second one, you don't cut off this yarn, okay? That leads to the ball. So when I'm finished with my 12 rows, I'm gonna go and show you what I will go and do next. I am finished with my 12 rows, and it should match. These two pieces should match, and they do match, right? And now we need to go and attach them together. So I am going to go and have stitches between those two pieces here, and then also over here. So let me show you how we will do that. So first I will knit or do knit and purl stitches. I will continue doing knit and purl stitches all the way to the end. So it's gonna be my 13th row, and then I will add stitches here, and then I will go and take my other piece and I will continue. So this is my beginning, right? So I will continue knitting with this yarn, okay, with this yarn that I didn't cut off. I'll just continue knitting over here, and then we will add the more stitches over here, and we will add these stitches to this end, okay? So let's do that. Okay, so knit and purl. We will knit and purl entire row, and then we will add stitches. So now I will add 6 stitches, and you can add it whichever way you want. I think you can add it this way, you can add it this way. Just make sure that you do all the stitches the same way, okay? And I'm tightening them up a little bit because they like to run kind of really long, and they look very loose. So I have 3 stitches in here. I will do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I chose this because you could also do like cable stitches, but I really didn't want to do cable stitches. Very good. So now what we need to do is we need to add this piece, okay? So you see we're starting to build a fabric over here. All right, right there in the middle, in the crotch. This is gonna be the crotch. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start knitting. And let me actually take, I'm gonna go and tighten up this one and this one, both of them, and I will just knit with both ends so I don't have to weave it in later on. And I like to do it this way because I make them kind of thin. All right, so that was our first stitch, and now we need to do purl. So we knitted first stitch, knit the second, purl second, knit third, and purl, and knit. Let's go and make it twirly again. and we need to purl, knit, okay, and purl, and I think that will be enough. Now I don't have to weave this end. I will go and cut it off, and I will continue now here. All right, I'm finished here. Now we need to move those stitches since we are crowded. All right, I move my stitches. However, I think that I will probably just want to work with 4 needles. So I will have 3 needles here and we'll work with another one. So I will probably move more stitches onto this needle and more stitches from here onto this needle, okay? So, but we're here at the end and I need to add 6 stitches and I have to do it exactly the same way. So my yarn has to be crisscrossing in the back and then I tighten up, okay? And again in the back, so I have to twist it this way, and that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now we will just connect it into a circle, okay? And we will continue knitting in the round, and this is gonna be our first so we need to actually go and add more stitches. Let me go and show you. So we need to add more stitches in here and more stitches in here, and I also have to have multiple of 10 stitches for my pattern that I will be working with. So I decided that I will add every 4 stitches, I will add 5th stitch, okay? So how are we going to do it? Make sure that this doesn't twist, that the line is straight in here. Let me put this away because I need to work on the gray so you can see the best. Okay, so we are going to go and knit. We will go and knit entire row here, okay? So let me see. I need another needle actually. I need another needle, and we will start knitting 4 stitches, and then we will go and add a 5th one, all right? So we will knit. Now you need to make this very tight so you don't have a gap in here. If you don't make it very tight here, you are gonna have a gap, okay? So these first stitches have to be really, really tight, okay? So I'm gonna go and look at my finger how it's getting blue from making it very tight, okay? Very tight, every single one of them. So 4 stitches, that's 3, and this is my 4th stitch. And now I will go and make 1, okay? So which is the easiest is to go and pick up a stitch in between these stitches, the leading yarn, okay? They call it, I think, leading yarn. And then we will go and knit a stitch in there. Hold on 1 second, through the back loop, okay? And I added 1 stitch, and I will do again 4 stitches, 1, and now I can go and be I don't have to go and tighten up anymore, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we will add again. And you know what I discovered? I discovered that if we go and do it with English style, it's so much easier to go through that yarn in the back, through that stitch in the back. So let me show it to you in English style, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we will pick up that leading yarn and we will go through the back loop. Look how easy it is for me to go in there because I'm doing it with the English style. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5th. So I pick it up from front and then I go into the back loop to make a stitch. Okay. So I will keep adding my stitches, and when I get over here to this area where I added stitches, I will show you how I'm dealing with adding stitches in there. All right. So I'm getting to that area where we have crotch. Okay, and I need to do 1, 2, now 3, and in the 4th one, because we would go and have 5th between these, so what I will do in here is I will do 1 in the back, which you could go and do to the every 4th stitch as well. Knit 1 in the back and then don't slip this stitch off and do it again. But this is gonna go and make it even tighter, you know. And now we have 4 again. 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th one we will do again 1 through the back loop, don't slip it off. So we will go through the back loop. I'm not excuse me, I'm slicing the stitch. Okay, so through the back loop and now through the front loop one more time in the same stitch. Okay, and now we go and continue 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we will go and pick up that leading yarn and knit through the back. And here I have those 2 strands together, so all right, so don't worry about it. If you did the same thing, don't worry about it. Okay, so 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will just continue doing this all the way to the end. So when I come to this area, I will do the same thing again, but increase by knitting into 1 stitch, first in the back and then in the front. Okay, as you see, we are finished with attaching both leg parts and also increasing for our body part, you know, for the pattern part. So basically this is the end of my first video, and I will be looking forward showing you how to do the pattern in my video number 2. That's about it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching my video. I thank you to everyone for commenting, sharing the video, and you will see me another time.